Maps give us a lot of information about a place and the people living there. In the past 20 years, there has been a surge of participatory mapping initiatives around the world, and one of them is OpenStreetMap. Several years ago, I was attending the AGS conference as a teacher fellow where I learned about OpenStreetMap. As I learned more about how OSM mapping projects could be used to solve real world problems while developing my students' skills where they can apply content learned in the classroom to helping others, I knew I had to introduce my students to the world of OSM.
Fortunately, I was one of the students who learned about OSM in the AP Human Geography classroom when we were learning about refugees in Syria. After learning about the difficult life refugees face in camps, Mrs. Reynolds showed us how OSM could help the refugees, and we began to map the next day in class. We continued to do mapping projects like that all year, as well as other mapping projects, such as a mapathon, and it was really cool how what we were learning in class, we were able to do mapping that would help improve the lives of the people we were learning about, like the Syrian refugees. We students saw the benefits of participatory mapping and making a positive impact using OSM. During my sophomore and junior year, the pandemic prevented me, as well as my classmates, from participating in any service learning. This is when we remembered doing mapping in our AP Human Geography class during our freshman year, and how we were able to help others from our computers. We asked Mrs. Reynolds to help us organize regular mapathons where we could map together. Our school partnered with another school in Mesquite, Texas, and we began to Zoom with each other mapping projects that needed volunteer mappers. This launched a new initiative called OSM Teen Maptivists, a student organization for high school students to learn about OSM and how they can help others through mapping.
Each month, Teen Maptivists host map-alongs or mapathons for high school students to join. Map-alongs provide students an opportunity to hear from professionals who use OSM in their line of work and begin to understand how OSM helps others. In addition, students are shown how to sign up for an account and given basic instructions on how to map.
OSM allows students to see the inequities of the world through missing data and how vulnerable people are if their community is not mapped. Maps tell people where things are located rivers, mountains, deserts, as well as where people live. However, when things are not mapped, then we are not informed about the people or the land in this area. What I learned the most is that when people are not mapped, they become susceptible to natural disasters, war, disease, and hunger. If others do not know there are people living in a location, they cannot be included in decisions that might help protect them or provide them with resources that could help them survive. So, mapping is important because those who are not mapped are defenseless and at an automatic disadvantage.
Participatory mapping is a starting point to include everyone in important decisions that impact their community. However, we also want all students to have access to participate to help others in their community. Introducing high school students to mapping and OSM allows them to see how they can be included in the mapping process, which ultimately reveals their voices in the map.
If all students can participate in a local community mapping project, they can help influence what is seen on the map and influence decisions made in that region. Having a diverse group of individuals from a community, such as women, youth, and impoverished individuals who tend to be excluded from the mapping process, helps to make maps that represent everyone. Building an inclusive community of mappers, as well as those who need their communities mapped, is a goal to help build stronger communities.
After 5 map-alongs, Teen Maptivist has had over 100 mappers and educators from 11 different states in Canada. Teen Maptivist's goals is to encourage more students to get involved and start a chapter at their high school. This year, the American Geographical Society is offering GeoBoost grants to encourage students and teachers to start a chapter at their school.
We want to create a strong network of high school mappers who believe that in a click of a button, they can make a positive change in the world for all global citizens. If you are a teacher or student, please visit our website and join us for our next event. And for all the geography professionals out there, we would love for you to join us as a guest mapper at one of our events. Team Maptivists hope to build better and stronger communities that are inclusive and equitable for all because we are all in this together.
Thank you.